Hey superstars, it's Sarah here. Have you been told that you need to get tough with your horse? That he needs to see you as a boss and you need to get tougher to show him that you're the leader? Maybe your horse is refusing to get the float or not moving forward, bucking in the canter or stopping in front of jumps, and you've been told that this is the solution. Well, that's a little problematic, and I'm going to explain why. Horses don't actually have the capacity to disobey us for their own amusement. They're not being naughty or disobedient. If they're not doing what we want and they're not moving forward or they're stopping in front of a jump or that kind of thing, it's because they're either confused about what we want, they're frightened, or they're in pain. It's one of those three things. So they're honestly trying to communicate with us that something's wrong and they're not coping. And if we respond on the assumption that they're being disobedient and that they need to be taught a lesson and they need to respect us as the leader, that typically means, and we're getting tougher, that typically means an escalation of the pressure that is used to get them to elicit the behavior. So we're adding pressure in order to force them to comply with what we want at the time when they're telling us that they're struggling to do that thing. So you can see where I'm going with this. From the horse's perspective, this can end up with quite a lot of fallout, with quite a lot of trauma associated with this situation. Because if we force them to comply, we're basically either shutting them down and we're saying, I don't care what you're saying. I'm not going to listen to you. You are going to do the thing. And I'm going to make you do the thing. And then the horse is in the situation where they're like, okay, well, the thing hurts, but not doing the thing hurts more. So I'm going to do the thing. And then they stop complaining because they learn that there's no point in complaining. And then they just do the thing, but they're still hurting. Yeah. So if we don't listen to that when they're trying to tell us by stopping in front of the jump or whatever it is that they're doing and go and investigate, make sure they're not hurting, then we can really be putting them in this compromising position. And then they possibly are doing more and more damage to themselves to the point where they actually physically can't do it anymore. And so that's one thing that can happen. Another thing that can happen is that it can really damage our relationship. So whenever our horse is working with us, they're always associating that experience and the emotions of that experience with being with us. So if they go out and they have a wonderful time and we're there, then they start to associate us with having a wonderful time and they want to be with us more as a result of that. But if when they are doing training with us, we are getting tough and we're making it hurt or scary, it's more scary or it's more pressure, it's not very pleasant for the horse, then they start to associate those unpleasant feelings with being with us and it damages our relationship. They start to not really want to be with us because being with us predicts unpleasant things. And that's really not what we want. If you want to build a great relationship with your horse, getting tough is not the way to do it. And the other thing that we've got to be aware of that can happen is that it can make horses quite aggressive. If we get really tough, they can feel the need to fight back in some instances. And some horses don't accept it and they will become quite aggressive, and that can be very dangerous. And we absolutely don't want our horse to learn how to be aggressive towards people. So that is something that can happen and to be aware of. So really getting tough with your horse is not the answer. If your horse is telling you by their behavior, by refusing to participate, that something is wrong, what we need to do is try and investigate what that thing is and fix it so that then we can move forward from a place of confidence. And, if is the horse confused? Do I need to be more clear? Do I need to break it down into smaller steps so my horse knows what is happening and knows what to do? Do I need to investigate pain issues? Is my horse scared of something? Do I need to again break it down, or put it in a more simple context where he's not frightened? Do I need to take away some of the scary elements so that he can, learn little by little to get confident with that activity, and then start to do it in different environments and get confidence that way? So, this is absolutely in a nutshell. It's not all of the answers, but I just wanted to share these thoughts around being told that you need to get tough, because it really is not